how do you feel about the argument of like, why are we going out into space when we could focus on our problems at home?
I think both can be done.
Okay, okay, but like, it doesn't seem like we're really trying on like the home
It's
front.
not even. I understand that. I've seen that question come up, but it's not like they're spending the biggest amount of budget on space.
True. No, totally, totally. Right, 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 right. Okay, okay. This is great. The great point because like I think Neil deGrasse Tyson said that where it's like if you actually look at the budget isn't a lot to go into space. Okay,
Mm.
that's actually worse. That's a worse argument because you look how much you're doing with such a little budget.
Yeah,
So now we have all this big budget, and it's like nothing's getting fixed, guys. But you're going to the moon. Like, what are we doing? It's
exactly.
more like
Yeah,
it's not right. It's not really about money. It's more about like prioritization.
exactly.
Because like they spent a small budget and they got to the moon. We have a
Hmm.
giant budget and we have like homeless problem. I'm confused.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But does that like make people think? You know, like are we headed towards a civilization change simply because of like new paradigm shifts of this? Like, oh, wait, why are you guys on the moon? Why don't we fix this? And like, oh, money, blah blah blah. You know,
Hmm.
oh, we have this invention for hydrogen. Like you just told me that I didn't hear about any of this, right? And my brain's already going like, wait, why don't we just use that?
Hmm.
Like, do
Yeah,
you think other people are gonna start to like invent things, or you know? Because that's the whole point of science, right?
yeah.
Like military, right? The more you try and like we got the internet from the military. We got like I think microwaves from the military.
Hmm.
So it's like, what about the space innovation? Where's all that?
Well, it's probably all part of that, right?
Question mark.
Who knows? Like
Yeah, but
like
doesn't it make
military
you like,
budgets
you
and
know?
space budgets. I'm saying it's probably coincidental there that they match there. That's why we have microwaves.
Yeah, but like it still feels like we're in the like like there are innovations like with regard to tech, like using AI, sure, but like on a day to day kind of thing, like I would feel like we'd be more far along,
But I think
you
that we
know?
are. And this is you're seeing the 10-year span, but not the 100-year span.
No, no, but like if you look at places like Asia, you're like, oh, dude, that is the future, bro. You know, like the
Hmm.
sidewalks that generate power, um, robots everywhere. The even though people are like, oh, it's just LCD screens, yeah, but it's still like that's really cool, bro.
Sure.
The LCD screens everywhere, you know. I'm just like, I just feel like there's like a weird disconnect happening within the West. You know?
Hmm.
Do you feel that? No. Like, why is poverty on the rise? Like, why are there so much crime? It's weird. But
Right.
then, like, you go to Asia and you're like, oh, let's get, like, you guys are booming. Like,
Hmm.
what are we doing? You know? And then we're going to space. And it's like, huh. We're pushing in other areas, but, like, not in all areas.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is there, like, a rationale? Do you, like, rationale for that? Do you think?
Yeah, I think this is the political will issue and who you're voting in.
See, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy because you're like, you better pick a good leader, you know?
That really matters. Yeah. I mean, they're not
Yeah.
scientists. You're not picking scientists. One of the problems too, right? They're not looking at uh, in general. Like even the ones that came back, they're looking at it like yeah, like their perspective is like, yeah, we're all one being. But those are the five,
That's what
right?
that's what I mean,
Those are the
bro.
five astronauts are viewing it as. But then the world is not. The leaders are not thinking like that. We're dealing with
That's
war problems, right?
this is exactly what I mean. This is
Yeah.
precisely my point. It's like you just saw the astronaut go like, wait, hold on, we're all like one people. You know, you don't even need to go to space to realize we're all one people. You know, but
Yeah.
like, why are we running this archaic system that's like deteriorating the majority of society?
Hmm.
You know, like it's so weird. Is there
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
else about the space thing? Because actually, it's a great segue into like Trump stuff.
No, I think it was all successful the way it all landed, like splashdown. That's like they're coming in with like such like great speed that they have to like how they have to slow down and kind of like follow fall in, but in a certain angle that they don't burn out fully.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, that's like probably one of the most impressive things ever to see, like the math that goes into like going to space and then even coming back safely. It's like, dude, that's what humans are all about, man.
Hmm.
You know, like when you look at like humans and you see like the space stuff, you're like, that's inspirational. You see like
That's
a
it. Yeah.
BMX dude,
Yeah.
you see like a skateboarder, you see like an artist like Skrillex, and you're like, dude, that's what we were meant to do. And
Hmm.
then you see like this warring stuff, and you're like, bro, what are we doing, bro? You know, like it seems
Yeah,
stupid
that I
to
know, but
me.
that's the weird thing about humans, that we got these things that are greatly inspirational to look forward to, but then at the same time, we're kind of stuck in the past doing these kinds of warring things. Yeah.
But it's weird because it's the majority, bro. That's what's tripping me out. It's like the small subset of people that like follow their dreams and like do all these cool things. Like that's a tiny like subset of the
Hmm.
entire populace.
Yeah,
You know, like I was watching that. Who's that blonde dude who like
but
does
it's
the
normally
news reports?
it's the small majority or a small minority that makes that change, like push humans
Yeah. Oh
forward.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
But like, bro, what if we were all doing that? You know?
Yeah, I know
Like
that
I
I know, but we're not in that, right? That's the reality of it.
and I'm just wondering why. Like I don't.
It's all just I don't know, because you can think about all the great scientists in even in the past. Galileo teaching us about all the stuff, but he was hindered by who was running society at the time.
Like, okay, because we get to vote. Is it not that the leaders are a symptom of society?
Anyway, yeah, sure.
Okay, so if that's true, then you're like, why are we sick as a society? Because we voted that person in.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we're not looking at this thing logically. And I know you said before it's like because we run off emotion, but it's like maybe we just need to like chill on the emotion's important though because the emotion's like what creates like Skrillex. You know, you listen to music, you're like, oh dude, that's so cool. Music is all emotion based, right? But it's like it has its time and place, and I'm just like the more I get older, the more I'm just like life is long and your decisions matter. You
Hmm.
know. And it's like your decisions turn you into the type of person that is either going to vote for somebody like Trump or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was watching the blonde dude. He like does the news reports and he's like debating this girl and he's like, there's something about Alex Peretti, the dude that got killed by the ICE agent, and then he's like, oh, was he like was he in the wrong? And the girl was like, yes. He brought a gun and then he brought up Kyle, whatever, the dude
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the AR. He's like, what about that guy? He's like, he was a patriot or something. You're like, bro, can you not see that? Like the baseline here is that they both brought a gun to a rally,
Hmm.
and she's like, no, but one's a patriot, one's not. Okay, why? Because like one was supporting ICE and one wasn't. One was supporting right wing and one wasn't. And it's like, okay, so we're just like towing party politics.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
Yeah.
type of woman that I don't want to associate with, or human being I don't want to associate with. Like,
Sure.
you're not cognitively thinking. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe we're just like hedonic creatures. Like, I don't know. There's something there where it's like,
No, we're still primates.
yeah, maybe that is what it is. And it's like, so, okay, do you think it's, I don't know. Because it's like, do you really think it's like we're all primates and there's a small subset of us that are like, oh, maybe we shouldn't be doing this thing? You know?
Yeah, I mean these are evolutionary things, right? So there's people thinking more broader scale of look at all humans, right? Not just the group, not just be focused on like gang related
Yeah,
things, right? More of
collective.
collective. Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe, okay, maybe it's this, because like collective and individualistic, right? So the East is very collective, right? They think about the unit versus the individual.
Hmm.
And I'm wondering if like this is just like like individualism coming to a head. It's like colonialism hitting its apex, and we're just like, oh, you can't really just think about you and your accumulation of wealth. You need to think about like the whole.
I think it depends. Yeah, I don't think it's. I wouldn't just say it's all just East West. I think it's just an American culture thing. I was watching this guy just doing a live stream, was talking to some random person where he's like, it came into discussion about like Canada and the U.S. and he's like, he asked him, the American, do you like all Americans? And he was like, no, not all. Well, then that's your problem. I like all Canadians. Like,
Yeah, true.
right, you're focusing on, if you don't like already some of your own citizens, then you're going to be having a problem.
True. Okay, so all right, correction then. Maybe it's like this is just the downfall of American civilization.